Hey, I'm Jordan, and I'm making a follow-up video to my Scream Factory one. Do an Arrow video this time, and I'm also going to throw Vestron in there because I don't really own too many of those, so, figure I just chuck them both in. And then, yeah, maybe a Criterion one, but I don't know. It's a lot. So, like the last video, I'm starting off with box sets, then gonna do, stuff in hard shell stuff or hard shell cases, and then everything else. So starting off with Arrow, I own a lot more like kung fu movies and stuff. I mean, I still have mostly horror, but a little bit more of a branch out with the Arrow stuff. So I got Shawscope Volume 1. This is a whole bunch of kung fu movies. It's super rad. As with all good releases, it comes with a book, and there are a bunch of movies in here. There's King Boxer, the Boxer from Shantung. Also, I apologize in advance if I massacre any of these names. Five Shaolin Masters and Shaolin Temple. Got Mighty Peking Man, which is kind of like King Kong, but more insane. Challenge of the Masters, Executioners from Shaolin. Got Chinatown Kid. The Five Venoms and Crippled Avengers. Heroes of the East and Dirty Ho. And I think that's... oh, yeah, that's it. And then a soundtrack. CD. Or two of them. So... yeah, super rad release. If you're interested in kung fu movies, definitely check these out. I say these because I also have Volume 2, which I'm about to show off. Yeah, they're just super cool. Like, really good releases. Just well-made, sturdy. They don't really fit on a shelf that well, but if that's the only nitpick I've got, that's not bad. So then, got Volume 2. They've also said, I believe, they're going to do Volume 3, but they haven't released anything about that yet, or at least as far as I've heard. So this one also comes with a nice book. And then, movie-wise in here, there's 36th Chamber of Shaolin, Return of the 36th Chamber, and Disciples of the 36th Chamber. Mad Monkey Kung Fu and Five Super Fighters, Invincible Shaolin and the Kid with the Golden Arm, Magnificent Ruffians and the Tigers of Kwangtung, My Young Auntie, Mercenaries from Hong Kong, and The Boxer's Omen. Boxer's Omen is nuts. This movie's super cool. Definitely more of a horror movie than a straight kung fu movie. But it's wild. It's really cool. Martial Arts of Shaolin and the Barefooted Kid. And then another soundtrack, or a couple of soundtrack CDs. So that's what's in there. But yeah, Volume 3 of these will come at some point. Just who knows when. All right. So then next up, I've got the Daimajin set. It's 3 movies. It's Daimajin, Return of Daimajin, and Wrath of Daimajin. These are kaiju movies. This dude is a giant statue that comes to life, and he fights people. It's pretty cool. They're really just neat movies. I like the art style and stuff. I don't know. They're cool. Then the other box set I've got is Solid Metal Nightmares, the films of Shinya Tsukamoto. So this dude directed a movie called Tetsuo the Iron Man, which was very cool. But this box set has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of his movies. So I bought it because I'm a big Tetsuo fan, but yeah, the backs of Arrow videos don't really have much. I think these are all like multiple like movies, like in each thing. Like I think, yeah, if you open it, then it's got reversible art, because a lot of these have 2 movies per disc, or I guess some have 3, because there's 10 movies in here and there's only 4 discs. So this comes with Tetsuo the Iron Man, Tetsuo 2 Body Hammer, The Adventure of Denshu Kozu, Tokyo Fist, Bullet Ballet, A Snake of June, Vital, Haze, Kotoko, and Killing. I haven't seen any of them besides Tetsuo, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I really liked that movie, so I bought it at Borders way back in the day, and it blew my mind. So next up, got probably, if it's not my favorite movie, it's one of my favorite movies, and that is True Romance, with Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Brad Pitt, Dennis Hopper, James Gandolfini, Christopher Walken. Just the list goes on and on and on. Michael Rappaport. Just, yeah, so many famous people in here. This is the 4K of it. I also got the version that comes with a book, and it also came with a poster, and I think it has lobby cards in there too. I'm pretty sure inside the actual inside the case there's a bunch of lobby cards for the movie, which is just super cool. If you like this movie, I highly recommend tracking this release of it down, because I mean, it's chock full of special features, as most Arrow movies are. Like, these guys really go above and beyond. And yeah, the movie looks incredible in 4K. I don't know. It's just a great movie. Like, straight up, it's amazing. This is the only Arrow DVD that I have, Alice Sweet Alice. I actually haven't seen this, so I don't know. We got the Executioner collection, which has Sonny Chiba in it, my favorite martial arts actor. I've watched the first one. I think there's 2 in here, and the first one was pretty fun. It was pretty ridiculous, so pretty sweet if you like martial arts stuff. This one I bought like entirely based on the cover. Also, when I bought the Shawscope box sets, I was just rounding out my collection to include a lot more Kung Fu stuff. So I picked up One Arm Boxer because that cover is insane. And I'm into it. I like everything going on in there. So yeah, like I said, nothing really going on in the back. Next up, we got the 8 Diagram Pole Fighter, another one that I grabbed in my Kung Fu madness that I went through, which, you know, I'll buy more. Everything with me comes in waves. Next up, we got Brain Damage. This movie's great. Directed by Frank Henenlotter. It's the same guy that did Basket Case and Frankenhooker. This movie is very cool. Really fun special effects. It's pretty funny, but it's definitely got serious moments. It's about that little dude. He attaches himself to the back of your neck and he pumps you full of a super addictive drug. And to keep getting the drug, you got to kill people for him so he can eat their brains. And hilarity ensues. And it's, you know, like an allegory for addiction and all that stuff. There's layers. It's not just funny. Reanimator. I believe, I don't know if it was Arrow, somebody released a box set with like the other Reanimator movies in it. I will pick that up at some point because this is the only one that I have on Blu-ray. I have Bride of Reanimator on DVD, but the quality for that sucks. So it'd be cool to get a higher quality version of the sequels, because I've seen all the Reanimator movies, but it'd be nice to revisit them with better picture quality and all that fun stuff. Reanimator, also great. Another Stuart Gordon movie who did, I talked about it yesterday, From Beyond. He also did Reanimator. He's most known for Reanimator, I would say. Uh, got American Werewolf in London. This is the Blu-ray. There's 4K that's out. Mine is signed by David Naughton, the main character of this movie. Best werewolf transformation. Probably just my favorite werewolf movie in general. It's just an awesome mix of everything. I mean, there's horror, there's comedy, there's romance, kinda. Yeah, I don't know, drama. This is just a very, very solid horror movie. Like, yeah, if you haven't seen this, it just rules. It's great. All right. Then we got Hellraiser, and Arrow just put out a beautiful box set of Hellraiser 1 through 4. I'm buying it. It comes out, I think it's already out. I know on Amazon it's not out till next week, but I think you can go through other sites to get it for cheaper. And you support things that aren't Amazon, so that's nice. Love Hellraiser. I mean, personally, I like Hellraiser 2 more, but you can't go wrong. Iconic. It's so good. The short story that it's based, or novella that it's based on, Hellbound Heart, also really good. You can probably knock that out in like a sitting. Also have Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. This is my favorite movie in the Hellraiser franchise. It's one of my favorite movies in general. I saw it when I was way too young, like on VHS. I don't know why we owned this. I really don't, but I just popped it in the VCR one time and it blew my mind. It freaked me out with good reason. It's a pretty gnarly movie, especially for a little kid to just stumble upon, but it's great. I love it. Got Evil Ed. This movie is complete insanity. It kind of reminds me of an early Peter Jackson movie, if I'm being honest. It's about a movie editor that edits a whole bunch of horror movies, and because they're so gnarly, he goes crazy, and this movie's just so weird. It's almost like a Looney Tunes cartoon in real life. So, good times. Tremors. I mean, hey, it's Tremors. Kevin Bacon. Like, this movie's just awesome. Great practical effects. Reba McEntire. It's got everything you want out of just a fun monster movie. And monster movies are one of my favorite horror subgenres. Yeah, I don't know. It just, if you haven't seen Tremors, check out Tremors. I know Arrow is also putting out Tremors 2 later. It's either later this year or early next year. I think they're doing a 4K. This also has a 4K. I just got the Blu-ray. But yeah, Tremors 2 is also very good. Last House on the Left, the original one, not the remake. This is a pretty gnarly movie. You know, it's all of these have reversible cover art too, I believe, just so you know. Because I think the normal cover for this is very different. I don't know how well you can see it, but Wes Craven, it was like, I think his first movie. Really just brutal. It's not like a fun movie, but it's a good revenge flick. And, you know, it's important. It started Wes Craven's career, that and Hills Have Eyes, so. The Stuff. Pretty good movie about consumerism. There's very fun special effects. It's Larry Cohen did it. It's good. It's very fun. I know I say a lot of things are fun, but they are. A lot of things are fun. A lot of horror movies are fun. I always have a good time when I watch them, at least. Got Deep Red, Italian horror. It's Dario Argento. You know, if you're into Italian horror, you know about this movie. Italian horror is just a very specific kind of genre, and I own a fair amount of it, and I like a fair amount of it. I like Italian gore, and the plots are kind of wacky sometimes, but it's cool. I dig that. Creepshow 2. It's up for debate on if I like this one or Creepshow more. I don't know, because this has The Raft, and that short is amazing. But Creepshow also has the Stephen King one where he gets covered in plant life. So, I don't know. Tough to say. This one's very fun, though. And I remember when I was a kid, the "Hey lady, thanks for a ride," like that guy in that one story used to freak me out. I don't know why. Rewatched it. Dude's not that freaky. Don't know why he scared me as a kid. No clue. Got Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Classic. I mean, it's Elvira's first movie where she is just Elvira, not being a horror host. Great horror comedy. I mean, it's not like super gnarly or anything. Like, this is maybe a little bit more intense than like Gremlins. I don't know. It's tough to say. It's like there's a lot of boob jokes in this, and then Gremlins is just kind of like fun puppets and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what's appropriate for people. I saw all of these movies when I was way too young. Slugs. It's about killer slugs, and it is fun. And man, it goes way harder than I expected it to. There is a lot of good gore in this movie. Definitely recommend Slugs if you have not seen it, because it's very goofy. Got Wolf Guy, another Sonny Chiba movie. He's a werewolf, I guess. He never transforms into one. He uses wolf powers in it, and he fights a tiger person. I think they can turn into a tiger. It's wild. If you dig, weird Japanese movies, highly recommend it. Got Burst City, another Japanese movie. It's like kind of a punk rock like Japanese movie. It's real cool. There's a bunch of bands that perform in it. So yeah, I don't know. It's dope. Kind of long though. It's like 2 hours. So that's something to note. Happiness of the Katakuris. Takashi Miike directed this. Same dude that did Audition and like 100 other movies. Dude's really prolific. I think he did Ichi the Killer. He did Blade of the Immortal. They did like a live action version of that. I don't know. He's done a ton of stuff. This is like a musical about a family that runs a hotel where people keep dying, and it's very goofy, and it switches between like stop motion and live action and animated, and you just gotta see it. It could be enhanced with chemicals. If you want to be under the influence and watch something, this is potentially a fun one. But yeah, great movie. I highly recommend it. Just if you're in the mood for insane Japanese stuff. That's all of my Arrow stuff right now. You know, I'll get that Hellraiser box set, and then I might do another video on that just because the set looks so cool. Oh, I'm so excited. So moving on to Vestron, these, I don't have too many of these, and I haven't seen, I've seen like half of them. We got Blood Diner. This movie is real fun. It's about people that want to resurrect a god, I think, or it's like their uncle who, yeah, I don't know. There's hilarity that comes out of that. I don't know. Blood Diner is really good. The same director, I don't remember her name, but she also directed a movie called The Being, and I think Martin Landau's in it, and it's about like a toxic waste that like mutates something, makes a monster. That was also pretty good. I like Blood Diner a lot, though. It's just a fun horror comedy. Got Waxwork 1 and 2. I've seen these. I saw these like a long time ago on FearNet. If any of you guys remember FearNet, that's where I watched these. It's cool. It's like there's a haunted wax museum, and you go in, and basically it's got like a bunch of classic monsters and stuff in it, and you get like sucked into like their exhibits, and you have to live them out, and you know, you die. But yeah, I don't know. It's a cool, inventive thing. I think Bruce Campbell might be in one of these too. I'm not 100%. I feel like there's like somebody famous in these, but don't quote me on that. Return of the Living Dead 3. I got 1 and 2. Gotta have 3. This movie's, I don't know, I like it a lot. I don't know what the general consensus is on it, or on the franchise as a whole, besides like everybody seems to love the first one, which is fair because it's amazing. But I like this. I thought that Melinda Clarke had some really cool makeup as her zombie that has to self-mutilate so that she doesn't feel the pain of being dead. Got Class of 1999. It's not Class of 84 anymore. It's Class of 1999, and, you know, we all know that that's real scary. I think Pam Grier's in this. It's got Malcolm McDowell, and instead of it just being like, oh, there's punk rock teens that are causing a ruckus and terrorizing people, it's I think the teachers are robots that were government weapons, and then they were decommissioned and turned into teachers, and then the robots go crazy and start killing the students, I think. Pretty fun. Shivers. This is a David Cronenberg movie. I haven't seen this. It's an early Cronenberg movie. I'm not sure if it's his first one, but it's definitely early. I'm trying to get all of Cronenberg's movies. He's just very prolific. So, haven't tracked them all down yet. Got Sundown, The Vampire in Retreat. This has Bruce Campbell in it for sure. It's just like a goofy vampire comedy, basically. Got The Dentist Collection. You know, Dentist 1 and 2. What's his face? Corbin Burnson is in this as the dentist. Mark Ruffalo cameos in one of them as a minor character. I haven't watched these for a while. I own both of them on DVD, I think. I think it was, I have the first one on VHS, and then the second one I have on DVD. I think that's how it is. But I just remember the second one is called The Dentist 2. Brace yourself. Which is awesome. Love puns. And that's a good one. And you get to see Corbin Burnson just mess people up. It'd be a good movie marathon to go with Dr. Giggles. Just have a bunch of bad medical practitioners. I don't know. That's an idea. And then, last but not least, we got Candyman, Day of the Dead. I think this is the third one. I don't remember if it's Farewell to the Flesh or this. I don't think I've seen this one. I think I've only seen Candyman 1, Farewell to the Flesh, and then the remake. I don't think I've seen this. But Tony Todd's in it, so, I mean, if he's back, it can't be that bad, right? I say, thinking of the 8 Hellraiser movies that Doug Bradley was in. Vestron-wise, I know they have a Silent Night, Deadly Night collection for, like, part 3 through 5, I think. And that's pretty cheap, so I might grab that at some point, because I've only seen 1 and 2. And I know Bill Moseley's in one of them. And then I want to check out, well, I don't want to check it out. I've seen it already, but they put out Chopping Mall, and that movie's rad. So, I don't know. That's another one that I'm probably going to pick up. Usually when Criterion does a sale, Arrow Video also puts stuff on sale. Also this time of year, in October, a lot of this stuff is all very cheap places because they're, it's Halloween, trying to pump out Halloween horror movie sales, all that stuff. So if you look around, you can find a lot of this stuff for pretty cheap. Also, I watched a little bit of the last video I did, and I realized that at certain points I misspoke and said Criterion instead of Scream Factory. And I think when I was talking about the Halloween movies, I said Jason instead of Michael Myers. So I am here to officially apologize for misspeaking. I want to keep my horror cred intact. I do know what I'm talking about, even if I misspeak sometimes, because I'm not scripting any of this or editing it, because I'm just doing it for fun. So maybe if I get more serious about it, I will put more effort into it, but who knows. Anyway, that's all I got. Hope you guys are having a good day. Listen to my podcast if you want, Face Your Fears of Jordan Speers. I just talk about horror movies. I just watch one and talk about it as I watch it. Nothing crazy. Yeah, that's it. See ya.